all you ever notice is the flaw. Like, you don't notice all the great stuff. You just zero in on that, like, blemish or, like, scar or whatever. And I think that that's definitely one of the things I'm interested in. I don't know if that answers your question. Anybody else? No one's going to ask me what I think about digital. I shoot 6x7, so I like Fuji 400 or Fuji 800. But I should buy American, and I'm sorry. I like Kodak, but if I'm shooting people, Kodak looks better on skin, but Fuji just, they got the fourth color layer, blah, blah. I just like how the colors look better in long exposures. It's a great tool that we are blessed with, and I don't know what's going to happen. But my prints are either analog color prints or they're digital color prints, which means they're the best of both worlds, analog and digital. But I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not opposed to it, and I shoot digital for snapshots and for editorial jobs just because it's easy, it's fast, and it's great in low light situations. And I'm actually, for what I do, if I'm not making an appointment to go and get permission to go somewhere, it's nice to be able to walk around with a Canon 5D and just snap pictures, which I don't have. My partner has one, and I'm very jealous of him. This summer, he was taking all kinds of pictures that I should have been able to take, but with my Mamiya 7, even pushing it to 1600, I was kind of screwed. So it's getting a little tempting, but...
How extensively do you light that? What do you drag around with you?
Hardly anything at all. Like, the long exposures actually kind of tweak the light and color so that it looks surreal, and it doesn't quite, like, it might look lit, but it's just because it's just the natural light sort of playing tricks. The Spookorama exit sign, I popped a flash. No, I mean, it's just on a tripod, exposures ranging from a few seconds to a few minutes. And if I do, I'll have a flash in my bag. It's just a little Vivitar 285 handheld with a bouncing card Velcroed on. So that way I don't have to carry around a big, ugly thing. The drug closet on Governor's Island, actually that building didn't have electricity, and that room needed to be lit more. So I actually brought a battery pack with a big strobe kit and an umbrella for that picture. But that's only because I had the stuff from my editorial work. But I prefer things really as they are, and not adding unless I have to.
How long did it really take you to feel like you found your own vision, and how do you teach that to your child?
I don't know if I've even found my own vision. Actually, someone asked me something similar a few years ago, and I said I didn't know if I had sort of gotten into a groove that I was going to stay in. I think that over the last 10 years, I definitely got into a groove, and things are definitely changing now. I actually moved out of New York 3 years ago, and my work, and I also, by putting a book together like this, you sort of put a chapter to bed, So my work now is outside more. Like towards the end of the book, there was the cliff with the arrow, the fake shark, things that are just more atmospheric and more open because they're outside. So I'm definitely doing something different now, and I don't really know where that's going, and maybe it's terrible, and maybe like this book is going to be it. Like, I don't know. But I can't keep doing the same thing because that's boring too. But as far as teaching students that, I teach undergraduates, so they're at the very beginning of their photographic career or hobby or interest. So we don't even really have to go there. I think that's something that happens in graduate school and after. And I'm amazed at how I'm still like a lifelong student of photography, and actually teaching, I feel like I'm in school again, because you have to really prepare and know a lot. So I'm finding myself learning so much more now than I ever did when I was paying for it. Is that a sign, or does anyone have a question?
Thank you very much for coming tonight. Thank you all for coming, and thank you to Lisa. She's going to stick around. Lisa's going to stick around and answer any other questions you might have and sign copies of her book. It's called Fun and Games. And stay tuned for upcoming events at strandbooks.com. We've got Joel Meyerowitz tomorrow, Legacy, his book about New York City parks. So thank you all for coming.